Solis, can I run something by you? Okay, so when I go to
I
the
don't think you
grocery
should
store,
run.
I'm gonna run. I need to start running.
I do too. Never
When I
mind.
when
Oh,
I
I have
go
some
to
things to
the
say. Oh, yeah. Go
when
ahead.
I
Finish your thought.
when I go to the grocery store, you know how like, oh, this might not be the case in your state. Okay, in Washington, we have to pay for bags. We have to pay 8 cents per bag.
It's. I think in Chicago, there's like places where that's like that, but it's not everywhere here in Illinois. It was
Okay,
supposed to be, but then
yeah.
the backlash was pretty overwhelming, and they were told to fuck off, basically.
So sometimes I won't ring up the bag, right? And my thought
Mm,
process, okay, so this is some Saul Goodman level reasoning, okay? And I know this won't hold up in court, but work with me. Hear me out. So the thing says, how many bags do you wish to purchase? I wish to purchase 0 bags. I'm taking 3 of them. Okay? I never okay, if it's
mhm.
more than one, I'll ring it up. But sometimes with one bag, I just won't ring it up. Okay? Okay. Will that hold up in court? Because I don't want to buy the bags. I do not wish to buy the bags. They're asking how many I
Mhm.
wish to buy, which the answer is 0, even though I have taken one. Discuss.
um
We gotta get Boozy Badger in here.
I want everybody to understand this, because this also comes, like, it very much so falls in the line of like the sovereign citizen shit you see out there
Oh my
nowadays.
god, this is.
Um I
I'm a.
feel like I feel like in school we did a really bad thing where people are like, well, if you don't use the right word, then technically it's not legally binding.
Yeah.
It's a myth. It's bullshit. Definitions are not going to get you out of a fucking crime. So just because it says wish, I understand that that is
Man.
improper wording.
Man.
You can
It's.
catch. I'm not sure what they can get you for, but
If I steal
yes, you can
enough
get in
bags
trouble.
for it to be a felony, then
I
they would
doubt it
get
would be a
me.
felony, but what you're
You
probably looking at,
Well, because a felony is a dollar amount. I think it's over $1,000.
like,
It
yeah, you would have to
becomes a
steal a
felony.
fuck ton of bags over time.
I can do it.
And even then, I don't think they get you over time. I think they would have to, it'd
Yeah.
have to be like at once. So realistically, I think what would really happen is they would just figure out it's you taking all the bags, and you would just get
the,
trespassed.
the store every week is like, where the fuck are our bags going? Welcome on into Bark Bark Meow. I'm your host, Misha B. Barkin. We have another host here.
Who?
Well, it's Broomby.
I'm gonna throw that bitch in the wood chipper at the end of this.
Damn! Half of it's not even wood.
Hi, I'm
So,
Saul's the Wolf.
unfortunately, Ruby is currently suffering, not from success. They have either food poisoning or salmonella, dealer's choice, which is not something I would wish upon anybody, in all honesty. That shit sounds awful. Like, they were here, and then they went downstairs to get a Gatorade and never made it back up. We got a voice message. So, we're down a cat. Also, my computer no longer has backgrounds. When my computer decided to try and crash, it got rid of both my backgrounds.
I mean, if it was the Windows ones, that's great, because that's the
No,
bullshit background anyways. And they use AI photos and generations shit.
no, it
So,
was art. Speaking of art, I'm finally getting art of Tafari, Felix, Michaela, and Miko from Maple Glade Archer. They don't have art yet.
mm.
Yeah, super excited about that. That's not the topic of today. Do we have a topic for today?
Actually, really quick. Well, I'm going to go back to what you said, because you said you need to start running. So, due
Oh,
to
yes.
life choices,
Doo-doo.
I stopped by a convenient care. I'm fine. I'm fine. But they weighed me. Now, granted, it's fucking cold out here, so I had a Carhartt jacket or coat on. I probably had a good handful of pounds of clothes on, shoes and
Mm-hmm.
everything. But I weighed in at 239, Misha. I have
Mm.
gained weight,
I know I've gained weight, and I'm not happy
and
about
I
it.
am very upset with that. So, and then I watched a YouTube video yesterday that broke my brain as well,
Oh.
and broke my reality. We got very existential yesterday. in a good way. I think I kind of, I don't know, formed more opinions on what I think life is and everything, which is crazy.
Oh,
Those
hey.
are always fun.
Sometimes.
Um, today is Ollie my adoption day for Ollie. I got him a year
Yeah.
ago,
Congrats.
roughly around this time.
Roughly.
So I've had that roughly, but yeah, he's around. He's I fed him a crazy good dinner.
Ooh.
Obviously, at work today, so I wasn't able to do a whole lot. But when
Yeah.
I was out shopping yesterday, because I had to go get the prescription I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because of course Walmart's fucking pharmacy doesn't open until 9 a.m. And after I got out of the convenient care and everything done, it was only 8:30, so I couldn't get what I needed right then and there. No, I had to wait till fucking work ended. But whatever. Whatever. But
Whatever.
regardless, the big thing here is that it's Ollie's adoption day. When I was shopping last night, I happened to be I forget they exist, but there's like the actual like shit you have to have refrigerated, like foods and treats.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought him one of those refrigerator treats, which I assume is like real. It says turkey bacon. It might be real fucking turkey bacon. I
Ooh.
don't know, but it sounded really good, and I'm like, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a really. I made him a super. I basically took his dinner and made a very treat-filled dinner, and
Oh
now he's
boy.
gonna get extra treats after this recording too.
Holy shit.
So he's getting spoiled today. And then my birthday is tomorrow and I turn
Woo! Let's
34.
go. Doing anything special for your birthday other than hanging out with me?
So I got to clock out from work and then hop right on this computer. And then I was just going to stream myself. So at some point in time, I have to have dinner in there. I don't know, shrugs. I'm going to make, I bought stuff for a crock pot meal where I'm basically
Ooh,
just going to crock pot chicken and rice
that
and
sounds good.
chicken cheese. Chicken and rice, but cheese is going to be added at the end because you don't really need to have it sitting there for that long. It melts pretty
No,
quick. So
it does, yeah.
it's just good. I'm using a chicken broth instead of just water to help the rice. So it's
Okay.
going to be very chickeny rice and chicken and cheese.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's tomorrow. And then the real big thing is the real in celebration of my birthday is Saturday. Saturday.
Saturday.
My sister and I are going to see the Markiplier movie Iron Lung.
Oh, is that coming out?
Yep,
Oh,
it's
wow.
out.
Oh,
Friday, Thursday or Friday it starts showing. It
holy
was
shit.
like originally only in like 60 theaters, and then it jumped up to 300 theaters because you have to request it, and now it's over 3,300. And it was only in America when it started as well, and now it's on like 30 different countries and
God
over
damn.
3,300 theaters. And it's still growing. They're still trying to
Jeez.
get South America. They don't have the translations yet for South America yet, so they
Yeah.
are trying to get that rolled out before Friday or Saturday. Friday. If it doesn't happen, it might not roll out exactly when all of them are going to show, but it will eventually hit South America because it sounds like there's enough Markiplier fans to get it to going. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I don't have much expectations for it, to be real with you.
It does not seem like
Um,
a movie that I would like, so I haven't really been looking into it.
it's one of those things where I am excited to see what he does.
Yeah. That's not me saying it's bad. That's not me saying like it's gonna be bad. That's me saying that it's not a genre I think I would enjoy.
Hmm. Yeah, I assume it's more of like a because the game was to me personally.
Yeah.
I didn't play it; I watched it, but I guess the thought process for me is I do like horror. I do like suspense thrillers, and I think that's where it's supposed to be more along the lines of.
Yeah.
It's very suspenseful, very There's a movie out there that Ryan Reynolds starred in where he is literally just in a coffin underground,
Mm.
and that's the movie.
Jeez. I don't understand
um,
how people can write like books or like movies or stuff like that where it is all in one setting and they manage to make it good or like they manage to make it entertaining. That is so
This,
hard to do.
yeah, it's very tough. It's a lot of storytelling.
Yeah.
Your writing has to be good. Which, I mean, it's not obviously all just scenes inside a coffin, because they have like the scenes where like the people that are trying to find him are obviously like out and about, right?
Yeah.
But a big portion of this movie is the set and the setup and design of the coffin, and how they can film him inside there was
Yeah.
very unique. I enjoyed the movie. It's got a 7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's called Buried. It's decent. I think it's okay. It's not for everybody, and I think Iron Lung is going to be very similar to that as well. I think it's going to be one of those you either love it or hate it kind of movies. I don't think there's going to be in between. I do think if you were to watch it, Misha, at the very least, you'd be able to comment on, because there's not going to be too many actors outside of Mark in this. He's kind of the guy. So you'll get
Yeah.
to judge Markiplier on his acting skills.
Hey.
Which he's done some things. Not only has he done his YouTube productions, like the Date with Markiplier, was it Markiplier in Space, or whatever it was, or it was called In Space. I can't remember. I never did that one.
I
He's
didn't
done
either.
several
Yeah.
like choose your own adventures, like the murder mystery. That there was one too, and then he did the Amazon production, The Edge of Sleep,
Oh my God, The Edge
which
of Sleep. That's right.
I don't
Forgot about
think he
that.
wrote that. I think he just acted in it.
I think that's the case. Yeah.
Which, from my knowledge, I don't think he was some A-tiered actor, but I think I've heard he wasn't bad either.
Was he
But
a
yeah, he's clearly been doing a lot, and then this is his obviously taking inspiration from the game. This is written and directed and produced by him.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
this will be interesting.
Yeah.
My sister's been a huge fan. I like him out of all the YouTubers. I think he's kind of been like one of the better out of all of them.
Yeah.
And
Distractables is still a really funny show sometimes.
it is.
It's so Have you heard of the Ship of Theseus?
I'm not big on podcasts myself. Except for
Ironic.
D&D podcasts, funny enough.
Dude, yeah.
Love some D&D podcasts. Dungeons and Daddies is really funny. The Chuckle Sandwich ones were really fun. And then what was the other one that was really... Oh, a lot of the times I traveled in car to cons, I just put up like the highlights to Critical Role.
Yeah.
So I didn't catch every fucking moment, every minute of every, thing, but I caught the highlight reel.
Yeah. I've been getting highlights of Legends of Advantis,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a character named Booker who's a raccoon, and then there's another character named Bitsy who's a mouse, and Bitsy is really friggin'
Yup.
dumb.
Been seeing those a lot.
It's just like,
And
and it's
town
been,
wanted to kick me out.
yeah,
It's like,
it's just like,
why? Lemons versus lemon juice.
there's one that lives in my head
Fuck.
rent free, and it was just like, and it's been weird ever since you joined us. Why? Because I was going to show you which way west is. And he's like, well, yeah, you were about to show us. And she's like, well, now it's this way. Well, what do you mean? It just changed? Well, north is whichever way you're facing. So west is. I was losing my shit. North is whichever way you're facing.
Yes, very funny shit. I
God.
do like. I've been catching those quite a bit.
Yeah.
What the fuck did Ruby just send us?
Dude, man, I saw Furry TMZ and I tapped out, dude. I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. It's some furry stuff, but as soon like anybody with an
Both
account
maker
of furry,
drama.
yeah, anybody with an account of like Furry TMZ or like drama centered furry accounts, holy fucking cringe, dude. What are you doing? Why? Who fucking cares, man?
I really, 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 really dislike specifically the let's farm drama stuff.
Yeah.
It's one thing if a maker gets called out because they're using stolen fursuit head designs, or they're copying all that, or they're just buying shit off of Alibaba and reselling it. That is one thing. It's
Yeah.
another to explicitly go out of your way to constantly only, especially when it comes to personal beefs and drama, like calm it down. But yeah, furry TMZ, just you don't need that negativity in your life. You
Yeah.
just don't need that. That is not get the popcorn kids. That's
God. Well, that's the
that's
thing.
a little bit. That's too chronically online.
An account
There's a
called
balance.
fucking furry TMZ reporting on stuff. I'm immediately not going to take you serious. I'm immediately not like. I'm going to assume whatever you're doing is drama farming and you're just in it for the clout, because you are. Let me clarify. They're not posting any of this stuff because they think it's better for the community for people to know this stuff. They're posting this stuff so that they can get clicks and views. I can tell you that up front. I've seen people like that. I've hung out with people like that. They suck. Full stop, you know? And this is coming from somebody who used to make videos similar to, like, I never made like furry TMZ. I was never like, woo, you'll never believe, but like, you know, I did make drama videos sometimes talking about just random furry shit. And like, don't get me wrong, some of it's fun to talk about. The Solis cameo thing, can't wait. But that's not like, that's not really bad. Yeah. That's just like, this is a thing in furry that happened. I also wanted to talk about the Barley mozzarella sticks, because that's kind of what like really kicked Barley off, if I remember correctly. But
what do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, when
are you talking about like barley with
the mozzarella sticks
Baby
account? No. There was like
before
that,
prior to that, where he was able to get them to send mozzarellas to him, and then shortly after that is when Barley was able to capture Baby Monies.
Yeah,
it's like 4 to 6 months in that time frame.
God, but
I remember it because I remember him finally getting that, and it was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that even Papa-Mutt. There's like Papa-Mutt. There's that. I'm starting to see more and more furries go the let's do a cooking. And I'm like, is that what we have to do now? Is that the meta?
I did a cooking stream.
Do we all have to be? I know.
I wore
Good
a
job.
skirt.
You're being
knee-high socks.
I remember trying to help troubleshoot that with you.
Oh my God, I was so mad. Because that was when we found out that exclusively my kitchen is a Wi-Fi dead zone. Speaking of Wi-Fi dead zones, I keep jumping to like 320 milliseconds of ping, so apologies if Solis has glitched out a couple times. It's for like a split second and then everything's fine. But if his audio's a little weird this week, that's my fault. I apologize for that. No, we found out that my fuck-ass kitchen was a Wi-Fi dead zone. I was so fucking mad. But yeah, we know now, and I have an Ethernet cable that stretches all the way across the apartment, so...
That's good.
But yeah, you know what else is good? If you're listening to this on Friday, we're going to be doing the premiere. We're going to be doing the afterbark. And then afterwards, Argo, my boyfriend, is going to be running Dishonored. I think it's all collectibles. But he's running it for a group of speedrunners who are raising money to support victims of ICE.
Oh,
yeah.
Is Fastest First trying to do that, or is it like a different group?
It's like Fastest Furs adjacent. It's not associated with them at all, but I think it is people from Fastest Furs. Some of the people. Let me find the post.
Brother, I just saw a post that another shooting happened in Arizona today. So
yeah,
that's number 3, and
it's called the Icebreaker.
Boy.
Announcing Icebreaker, a charity speedrun event by myself and RRLAT on January 30th to February 1st to support Minnesotans in defending from ICE. So, Argo will be running that. If you're listening to this next week after the fact, sorry, I hope you caught it. But if you're listening to this the week that we are recording this, then that is happening. Yeah, so that is what Argo will be up to Friday. Super excited for him. Oh, his run is at 7:30 p.m. PST, if I remember correctly. So, hopefully y'all can catch that. I'll be in the chat once more. Had to give a quick promo. Also, fuck ICE, by the way, just as a whole.
Yeah. So, Solis, I'm fine with saying that as Solis. I'm trying to keep myself. I'm trying to be one of those people that I'm not saying too much out loud.
You're good.
For reasons.
Completely get it. Yeah.
So,
do you want me to cut the F-ICE thing?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay. I work a minimum wage job, man. What are they going to do? Fire me? I don't have any stake in the matter. Heckin'
Yeah, no,
bork.
my it's not about my work either or anything like that. It's really
Oh.
more about just just
No, I get you.
also surprisingly, TikTok's fucking
Oh my
fucked.
god, dude. TikTok has
It's
ran
finally
like
showing views a little bit better, but
it's ran like shit since the sale.
well, yeah, since it fully transitioned, yeah, it's been
Yeah.
shitty. It's there, things are being fixed, but the fact that and everything that was said on the TOS is like the most alarming shit y'all should know is it's purchased by a venture group that is Trump adjacent, and I believe Oracle's even a part of it. And those are the people that are literally going through and trying to make a mega database to help deport and shut people down. They're really kind of pushing the Trump police state that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the people that own TikTok. And now that TikTok can track your precise location, some were even saying that you can, even if you use like a VPN, they're saying that they can do it by your SIM card. I'm
I don't
not sure
know.
how legit that is, but if that's true, basically TikTok is just a big way to figure out where you are and what you're doing.
It's
Which,
ironic that they blamed China for that and then immediately did it, you know?
well, their whole point is China's another government, not America. It's fine for America to do it to Americans, not China to do it to Americans, because it's a national security risk. Me, 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 me. No, what it is again is TikTok has just became a spy tool for ICE and the government, the current
Yeah.
shit government. So know that if you still have TikTok, I still have TikTok.
I'm
And if I
working
ever
towards
don't have TikTok, you'll know why.
Yeah, I'm working towards deleting it. It just, man, it
I'm
fucking
very
sucks.
close. I'm really close to like, you know what? I have this old cell phone. Do I have to have an active? Do I have an active phone? Do I have to have an active phone number to have TikTok? Because like, if I just have it hooked up to my Wi-Fi off my old, I can just use that to do my TikTok.
That's true.
I really do think I'm going to start pushing much more towards probably going to YouTube Shorts and YouTube again.
Yeah. That's like if
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
anything.
continue doing short form content, it's gonna be YouTube Shorts.
Oh, also TikTok and the government is using it to train AI. So
Hell yeah. Dude, everything's being used to train AI, man. Holy shit, dude.
oh, everything is. I'm trying to keep as much of it off. But
This is the horse. We're killing the horse again. This
that's
horse
the whole
is
thing, though. With
a pile of mush
so many
by
people
now.
are like, "We're leaving TikTok, so check me on Instagram." And I'm like, "Instagram's just as bad,
Instagram's
guys. It's
just as
just
bad.
the only thing is it's not a spy tool for the government right off the bat, but
Also, can I give a hot take?
it's just about there.
The community on it, the furry community on Instagram
Yeah.
is just as bad as well.
I've heard it's pretty toxic over there.
Oh god, it's not good. I've tried to use it twice now, and I'm just like, I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
Like, I'm pretty sure Anthrocon is still getting comments about poodling.
It's
like, guys, it has been 7 months. I know it sucked, and I made a video about it, and we talked about it. We had a big old discussion. They know. You leaving a petty comment 7 months later is not going to do anything. I apologize. It's just, yeah, it's just a bunch of people see. I don't know, man. I also just don't like Instagram. Blue Sky and how Twitter used to be was always just like, it was always just like the most personal to me, because it was like I could write out text bullshit, I could send videos, I could post pictures, I could post videos and everything. Instagram, you have to have a picture attached. You could do text things now, but like it's a stories thing, and I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
But like, I could just have like some bullshit thought and just shit it out on Twitter, and boom, there you go. Now you all have to deal with that. You know? And then I could reply to my friends and everything, you know. But yeah. I have always just liked how Twitter used to feel and how Blue Sky currently feels in terms of like my social media, where it's like I can reply to my friends, I can see my friends post, I can see what they're up to, I can see what they're talking about, and I can see art if I want to. And yeah. The hell was that?
I don't know. I'm just freaking out.
Well, don't freak
out. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just gonna keep trying to exist.
That's all you can do.
Nah, so I don't want to get too deep into it because it's more of a personal thing, and I don't know. It may be something I'd talk about on my stream, but it's not for here. But I'm curious. I don't know where I saw it, but I had seen some sort of in passing about a month ago that there was some VTuber, a relatively well-known VTuber, or not VTuber, like VR chat person, that
Oh
passed
boy.
away.
Oh.
They're named Illy the Kitty, or also known as Illy, and I don't know anything about them. And yesterday, on my YouTube recommended, I guess they were associated with this YouTuber who has over 4 million subscribers, so he's not nothing.
Yeah.
Named Drumsy, and he does a lot of VR chat content. And I guess
Okay.
about 7 years ago, he was doing viewer call-ins, where basically, yeah, viewers could call in and just be on stream and chill and chat.
Yeah.
Which is, God, that's scary. But
A little
I love
bit.
my viewers, but like
Yeah.
that's all. That's VR chat too. Wild rambling, gambling there. But so they spent like 7 years together, and unfortunately, she was chronically ill the entire time. She has cystic fibrosis, which I didn't know shit about, but now I guess I know about. It is a fatal disease that nothing can cure, unfortunately.
Mm.
Usually people live to their 40s and 50s. I think she made it to her mid 20s.
Mm.
And that was the thing. Basically, it's hard to describe. I made a Blue Sky post about it where it's like you can know something, like you've heard it, you know it, you've heard it, you've seen the words, you've heard the phrases, but there are certain things in life that you will know but not truly understand until that light bulb clicks. It's like you're in a dark room, you can feel it, you can feel it, you can smell it, you know it's there, but you don't truly understand it until that light bulb turns on and you see everything.
Yeah.
And it really was that simple thing of like cherish things while you have them. Because Home Dog, I feel so bad for this YouTuber, man. They've spent 7 years making content with this person, and obviously a very strong friendship. And they waited 7 years, and they were finally gonna go see them like soonish around. They said early 2026. The plans were in
Mm.
motion. And unfortunately, the last time they, this last hospital visit they had to go to, they didn't make it out of.
Fuck.
So it was one of those things where it's like, they had plenty of other opportunities where they could have done it. It wouldn't have been the perfect timing. It wouldn't have been the perfect setting. They wouldn't have been able to do all the things that they really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's why they kept waiting, is they kept waiting for like this perfect setting scenario to pop up, so where, because he wanted to go do all these like bucket list items with her and shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
really give her a good time. So it doesn't make sense to go in there after she's just recovering, or if she's not 100%, or
Yeah.
another hospital visit's coming up. It's just, that's we're going to dedicate doing all this time, let's do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's no opportunity anymore.
Yeah.
And they never got to meet. And man, I don't know why. Like, I've dealt with this many times, but there's just a line that was in that video that clicked, where I was like, man, I thought I understand, cherish the little things, cherish the people when you have it. There's like
Mm-hmm.
a reason why I say I love you to my friends and the people I care and do love, because I've come up with, like, a while ago, like, if that's the last thing if I say I love you is the last thing I say, and I get in a car wreck and die, at least you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you'll never have to guess, because I try to leave that as the last thing I say. And I don't know, it just further that understanding, I guess, of mortality and
Yeah.
cherishing the moment that we live in yesterday. And yeah, that was a whole ass like existentialism, but not in a negative way.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
was really in my feels though yesterday over somebody I never knew and a YouTuber I didn't care about.
Having
I was like,
empathy is
wait,
not a
why did
bad
this
thing.
hit so
Yeah.
fucking hard? God damn. Why am I choked up? Why am I almost crying? Like, what the fuck?
Well, that was like, I want to say it was The Office, but it was one of those like shows that are normally silly, and it was just like, I wish you knew you were in the good old days when you're in them, like when you're living them.
That's a big one.
And it's just
Mhm.
like, yeah, because you look back and like, you were enjoying yourself in the moment, but like there are moments I look back on in life where it's like I enjoyed those, but I didn't cherish them, you know. I was like you just in the moment you think it'll last forever and it doesn't. And sometimes you take that for granted, you know.
Right, right. You know, I actually very similar to that. This video made me think of something because one of the lines I think was said because it was always going to be said. She was like, you know, mid-20s, you know, very
Yeah.
very young to be should not be passing away, you know. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate. And the line, you know, is like gone too soon, or you know, you hear why do the good always die young, all those
Mhm.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking about that because those lines are almost always said regrettably. It's like obviously like, oh, they were a really good person. It's sad that they're gone now. And I'm like, which that's obviously you should be sad that they're gone. But
Mhm.
it's always like, oh, the good die young, all the good people always pass away too soon and all these things. It's like, why do you look at that as like a negative way? Like they were obviously doing good things. And if anything, I think we should start using that as inspiration to do better ourselves. Because if you have the comment, "The good die young," and you're still living, then that means you're not good, right? No, but the concept
What
being
age?
is
What
I
age do
think
you
I think
cross
it's
into being
a
bad?
I think you should start using that as an inspiration. It's like, well, the world lost a bright light, so it's time to, you know, you might need to step your game up a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know. That was something I want to do now.
no, that's fair.
I want to
I
be
I do
further,
agree that
more
like
positive.
everybody should, you know, you should do what you can to make people around you smile. Especially now, dude, shit's rough out
Mhm.
there. If you are a source of happiness for people around you, it makes life that much easier. And
Oh, duh.
that's one of the things I've always talked about is like I just want to make people smile, you know.
Mhm, mhm.
I want to know that I left this world in a better state than when I joined it. I want to know that I spent my time on this earth making the people I love and the people around me enjoy their time, you know? And just like a little less sad in specific moments. Cause like I've always talked about I don't know, it's been a while since I've said it because like I started doing the YouTube thing with that goal where it's like I want to make people smile and you know, I've been there where it's like you have like specific YouTubers you look up to, like you look up and you watch their videos, and it just takes you out of whatever dark moment you're in. And it takes you out of whatever space or whatever thing you may be dealing with, be it family or something going on at school or just whatever it could be. And for a moment, you can just escape and you can just zone out. You can just watch senseless nonsense and you can, you know, you can just, it'll make the evening a little better. And I've always said that, like, if I can be that person to people out there, then I feel like I've done a good thing.
I
And
agree.
yeah, that was one of the biggest things that I looked to when I first started making videos and stuff was just like I want to be that safe space for somebody if you know, if they just need something to watch or something to do or something to make them laugh, something to make them smile, something to, you know, just make life a little easier for somebody.
I think more and more people are starting to learn like that's just a better way to live.
Yeah.
That it used to be stay. You know, a lot of people would say, well, you need to stay in your own lane.
Which
That's not a live by and die by. It's more nuanced than that. You
oh yeah,
know, like
absolutely.
there are clearly things that you need to like like keep in your own business, but the world benefits better when we all care about each other rather than just ourselves, because it's kind of like the whole thing about like horse blinders. Horse blinders are on horses so they can only see what's in front of them because it keeps them from being startled or spooked from the side or anything like that. By narrowing your vision, you may not see the damage that you're doing to others.
Yeah.
Um Unintentionally or intentionally, of course, but yeah, and I won't lie, I don't know if I've really seen a video like that on YouTube where like so that you know they did a ton of highlights of Illy,
Mm-hmm.
And man, I do think that is beautiful how so much of the last 7 years of her life is so publicly available because the people that were there for it, like even me not being there for it, I still got some enjoyment out of it and also
Yeah.
like understood the special person that she was. Which I mean, like we're all special, but it's still like awesome that you can that exists so that you can kind of tell the story even after they're gone. And
Yeah.
God, I'm like, man, I hope people are keeping my clips, baby.
I'll,
You'll be
I'll
able
play
to
your Twitch
watch
clips at your
hours,
funeral.
fucking hours of bark bark meow, baby.
Oh my god.
Days worth of content from bark bark meow to listen
Let's
to
go.
once I'm gone.
Put it in a time capsule.
But it is one of the beauty of the technological age that we live in. I mean, the Earth is supposedly over 4 billion years old. We live in the year 20. Allegedly, it's
I don't know
also
if I believe it.
round.
Yeah,
It's
round,
some sort of oval. It's not
round,
exactly a sphere.
round in big
It's more of a
quotations.
globe.
More of a globe.
But um, but the point being is, what the fuck was my point? Misha, you might be better now.
You're the one that made the joke first.
I know, but I was going into my point, and then you distracted me.
The Earth is billions of years old. We've only been here X amount.
Oh,
I
it's
think
the
was your point.
concept of like the time frame, right? Like,
Oh god, yeah. That.
I was just talking with a friend where like I do believe if I was born in like the 70s or 80s, I would have thrived a lot better because my work ethic, my mentality, and a lot of the things I did would have succeeded under non-shitty and state capitalism corporations.
Yeah.
And also as a white, mostly, yeah, I'm a white guy, so my privilege would have been phenomenal. So there's a lot of ways to look at it, but I would have thrived a lot better 20 years if I was born like 20 years earlier. But I don't like to look at it that way, obviously, because I also am. I don't like believing in fate, but man, I do feel like I'm built to deal with the situations that we're handling nowadays. Just like, I don't know. Also, like, if I was born 20 years ago, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. I guarantee I wouldn't know you.
Yeah.
You know, it's the beauty of the past is what makes us. We're here because of the things that happened to us to get us here, be it good, bad, or ugly. You know,
it's just like,
and
like the odds
it's amazing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It's the odds and the amazing part of being born in this timeline where we can connect with the world. We have apps that let us converse with the world in seconds.
Yeah.
Crazy. Unfortunately, there seems to be bad faith actors and people willing to take advantage of and harm others for their own personal agendas and gains.
Isn't that awesome?
And we see that's a lot of people don't understand. Like, the evils that we see nowadays existed in the past. The difference is the availability of it. You wouldn't hear about murders and all these awful things unless it made the national news and it circulated through the national newspaper that if you had the money to buy, you would buy it and read it.
Yeah.
That was only 100 years ago. That was only 100 years ago. Before that, carrier pigeon, you wouldn't give a fuck about if it wasn't within a day's walking distance, you didn't give a shit.
No.
You know what I mean? Because you couldn't give a shit because it just wasn't available. So to you, as long as you were farming and doing the work you were doing and you had food on the table and clothes on your back, the world was fucking great. And this is only a handful 100 years ago, 400 years ago at most. So a lot of the problems we deal with nowadays is literally the access of information. And unfortunately, with sensationalism, we're more likely to focus on the tragedy and the bad things because eyes tend to drift more towards the negative than it is to celebrate the good things.
It's one of those things where I do think we have crossed into a threshold of too much access to information. Granted, some of you motherfuckers out there are using it. If you're listening to this podcast, you're smart. But like some motherfuckers out there are not using that access to information. But the problem is there's also access to misinformation and disinformation, and there's just a little bit too much access where it's like everybody's opinions are valid. No, the fuck they're not. Some of your opinions suck. But that's a whole nother can of worms that I don't know if I want to get into right now. But yeah, point being, we were not built to handle this much information coming from a little rectangular screen all at once via vertical videos. So that's a whole nother thing that I also don't want to get into.
I don't know, man. I'm just a dog on the internet.
I'm just a dog on the internet. Ooh, no politics over here. Anyway, point being, cherish your friends, cherish your loved ones. You never know when it'll be wraps. You just never know. So
I think
if you are waiting on doing something, there isn't going to be a perfect moment. You got to get out there and do it.
Home dog, that is literally the like part of that line in the fucking video.
Is it?
It's like we kept waiting for the perfect moment. And then he goes off on a little bit because it's in context of the video. And then it comes back to, he's like, so instead of waiting for that perfect moment, cherish what you have now while you can. And again, it's one of those things. It's Zombieland has the fucking quote where it's like, enjoy the little things in life. And you have like we've heard it a million times, but I don't know, man. For some reason that hit me. And even though I've heard that variations and I've heard the same phrasing so many times for some goddamn reason yesterday, I now understand what it means. So now I like really get it.
That was me with God. Try and say it without crying. You're really glad you stopped and smelled the pine trees along the way, That was me with that quote. Like, fuck, dude. Fuck. I was glad I stopped and smelled the pine trees. And it's one of those where it's like, now I make sure I take those moments wherever I am, whatever's going on, Just take a moment to tune in to what's around you. And just, outside with my dog, she's sniffing something. She's having the time of her life, that makes me happy. And then she eats something and then we have to pull her away and try and get whatever is in her mouth out. That kind of was the moment. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like the smallest thing that brings you joy still brings you joy. And you should cherish that. Like,
yeah.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say you can't YOLO life because that'll get you killed way before your time. But
yeah,
your goal in life should be trying to you have to take everything as you may not have that opportunity in the future while also living as long as possible. So
yeah,
you have to factor in there's like some risk management in there. Actually, I think all of life is risk management.
Yeah.
And it starts with trust, risk management of trusting people. The beauty of the human condition is being able to share this experience with people. The problem with that is some of those people will inevitably harm you.
Some of those
either
people
unintentionally
suck.
or intentionally. Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, that's risk management. It's trust, It's trust is the hardest thing in the world because you're gonna hate trusting somebody or giving the trust to the wrong people.
Oh God, yeah.
But the people that again, it kind of comes back to that same thing of like, you focus on the bad, not the good. When people aren't betraying your trust, you don't recognize that because they're kind of doing what's expected. I trust you. You're not going to fuck me. And then when somebody does break your heart or ruins your trust in them, you're suddenly like, there is that, and a lot of people will do that, and especially in a defensive way, will become cold or they'll recluse themselves because of it. And it's like, you're not gonna win them all, man. You're not gonna win them all. You're not gonna shoot 100 for 100 at the 3-point line. You're gonna have some misses, and some of those are gonna be what could have been the game winners. Instead, you lost the game. So, you're gonna have to you have to go with it,
Yeah.
And it's something I know that it took me. It was definitely my early 20s that I had to start learning about that. Like
Whoa. Okay, we're good.
realizing like
We
just
might not be
because
good. Hold on. Whoa. How satisfied are you with your experience understanding and managing your audience? Fuck you. Get this pop-up out of here. That pop-up froze my entire computer. What the shit? Okay, we're good. Everything's recorded. Everything's fine. Go on. I'm so sorry. I know you were talking about very deep stuff. I'm so sorry.
no, it's fine. It's that you've ruined my trust. I can't
I'm
trust you
sorry.
anymore.
I'm sorry.
But no, that's the thing is like early on, you just got to realize like shitty people are gonna do shitty things.
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't, especially in the furry fandom, we can say there's a lot of people that have hidden skeletons in the closet. It's all we've talked about it a million times on this podcast about it's all about what you do with the information once you know it versus, you know, you can't beat yourself up for shit you don't know.
Yeah. That's
And
yeah.
you can't also let that be the reason why you don't trust anybody anymore.
Yeah.
And because it's gonna honestly take away from your quality of life. Yeah, I don't think you should trust everybody in their world. You should use a little bit of caution. But I'm actually that's the reason why I'm such an open book. Like I'm pretty quick to let you know anything and everything about me because I feel like being more genuine in that gives you less to worry about. And also, I've figured that the more people you let in, yeah, there's going to be people that are going to burn me and I'm going to have to kick them out. But overall, it's a net positive. I in my experience, the more
Yeah.
people I've let in, the more people I've trusted, the more I've seen success. And then, of course, when the one person ends up being a shithead or a problem or is an absolute god awful human being, and I made that mistake, you kind of write them off. You know, you go,
Yep.
well, fuck,
Yeah.
that sucks. Let's focus on the good people
Yeah. That's
instead of doing the opposite, where you recluse and become alone.
yeah, that's the biggest thing is like that I'm trying to learn and apply going into 2026 is like I need to focus on my friends and I need to focus on the opinions of people who love me and the people who, cuz you can see a lot of hate stuff and a lot of hate videos and stuff and that shit can really plague your mind. And I was letting it do that and then I just realized I really should not give a fuck what those people think about me or any, this is the ABDL stuff mainly is the big thing for me where it's like I really got to stop caring what people who don't like that think, because like
You have to stop being a Karen.
I have to stop. No, they have to stop being Karens, dude. If you don't like it, just ignore it. It's so fucking easy. Anyway, not a can of worms I want to get into. We're keeping a lot of cans closed today.
Totally valid. The people that make it their prerogative to attack others and or just to shit on them for not
it's just like,
having the same interest or something they don't understand. It's silly.
I can't remember if I've talked about it on here. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say energy something I also just came up with because of Mondays and so I'm not big into religion. I do believe in science. Science says everything's energy. But here's the beauty about energy. Energy itself is neutral. There's no good or bad energy. It's the intentions behind the energy that makes it good or bad.
Yeah.
And so it's up to you in a lot of ways to allow the energy to be good or bad.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the same thing is if you let those people put that energy out there and you're going to receive that with negativity, you're allowing that energy to be negative.
Yes.
Whereas you don't even have to accept that energy. You could just move on.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I've been doing.
Take it even in a positive way. And I don't know how you can maybe make it positive. Maybe you can turn it more into the maybe not necessarily positive, but energy in the sense that those people will hopefully, because Misha, me and you were in the same boat years ago where we had very bad opinions on certain things.
Yeah.
And you can hope that those people are going to have those moments where they're like, man, I was just stupid back then.
Yeah, like
I have learned to love and understand that Not understanding doesn't mean it's bad.
Exactly. Yeah. No, on to the, like, just, like, making things about things you hate. I don't remember if I've said this before, but, like, Epic the Musical, that was a whole thing. There was one account that made, like, no joke, 20 videos straight about things they hated about Epic the Musical. And it's like, I understand having criticism for things, and I understand vocalizing those criticisms, but holy fuck, does it get to a point, you know? Like, 20 videos? Bro, you are, like, hate watching it at that point. you beat the dead horse.
The problem is a lot of times that shit ends up being driven by the algorithm, so they get more views, they get more shit because of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, if I just lean into this, maybe this is my viral moment. And for some people, that's how they made their bank.
That's what baby furs are for the furry community, where it's like, oh, my views are down. Baby fur bad. Boom. Thousands of views. Works every time.
You know what's killer to me is that I think a lot of the people that shit on baby furs are really, really focused on the ones that do have, like, the problematic art, the problematic, this is child.
Yeah, no, it does.
CSAM.
It does cross that line stuff at a certain point. I will agree.
I think a lot of people really do see it that way. It's the problem of they then take ABDL and put it all in the bucket that you've talked about.
It's almost like
throwing it all, just like
when people throw all furries into the bucket of zoos, you know? It's almost like they're doing the same fuck-ass thing that people do to furries. What a concept. What a crazy concept. Holy shit, dude. Man.
Yeah, that's just how the way the world is right now. I will say, I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing to understand is nobody knows what the fuck we're doing.
Oh my god.
Previous generations, including just our parents.
I lost the owner's manual years ago.
Our parents never had anywhere near the same society and living style that we do.
Oh god, no.
Like, technological advancements and how everything changed so drastically that the human race hasn't had time to understand how we should really run this shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing is you have the greed of humanity and the people's self-interest out there trying to think they can be the next Elon Musk. And then you have the people that are realizing that, if we all just took our taxes and put it towards social benefits like universal healthcare and income, we could use AI and other tools to make it pretty fucking utopian instead of dystopian. And that's where we are now, is our society is trying to figure out which way we need to go about this. It just sucks that we're in that moment.
Yeah.
Be cool. Well, either people that are born 50 years from now are either going to be in a utopia or dystopia. It's either one or the other, man. And it's man, it'd be great to be born 40, 50 years from now. But then I'm like, well, maybe, because you might just be born into hey, your whole life is going to be forced to work and you get a voucher and that's how you live.
Yippee. We love
I don't know, but we are currently in the generations that will be making this decision. So that's why, as tumultuous and how dissonant and how all of this pain that you see out there nowadays is very rough, we are literally directing the future, and we're kind of in the perfect position where, as long as we stay the course, as long as the good people keep trying and keep doing the good things, I think we're gonna win in the end. I really do hope. I really do have that hope.
I have the hope, but man, pessimism is a hell of a drug, dude. I have a problem with being overly pessimistic. I think we need to wrap up and pull up the Patreon, which I did pull up, which caused my entire computer to freeze, so hopefully that didn't fuck up.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, no, I pulled it up and everything just I don't know if you saw the desktop audio thing just stop over here in the yellow. and the entire screen was just frozen, but like we're still recording. So
No.
I
I only
don't
see
know.
the app itself, so nothing really changed. I think I saw the recording timer freeze for a second.
Yeah,
So I was
this all
like, "Oh,
froze for a
that's not
second.
good."
Yeah. Oh my god, get help with your task. Chat with Gemini and Chrome. Dude, fuck you.
I think that's one of my like most annoyed things of everything that comes AI is that it's being forced down my throat.
Yes.
Don't
God.
fucking I have my phone. I think Samsung
Oh my
has
god.
AI shit built into it already, and they're trying to like I have things pop up from my Samsung, which I don't think it could stop, where they're like, yeah, they just throw me advertisements. I'm like, guys, why the fuck do you think I would buy a phone? Why do you think it's fair that you guys get to advertise through it now?
Yeah.
Like that's fucking annoying.
It's just, man,
Stop.
cause like AI, objectively bad. You know, it's bad for the environment. It's generative AI is, you know, causing a lot of shit to be bad. I think the fact that the thing that bothers me the most is they're forcing everybody. They're forcing it on everybody. Like there is when you use Google Docs, there's like 3 separate Gemini buttons on your Google Docs at any given time. You know, I can open up my Windows thing right now and I've got whatever the fucking Copilot thing is on the bottom. Nothing's loading on my computer. I gotta restart my computer after this. But normally, when I open the search bar in the bottom, Copilot's right there to not do fuck all to help me. Every time you do a Google search, you get the AI overview, and half the info's probably wrong, and the top results are paid for, and those are also wrong. It's just.
Oh
It's
yeah.
making everything so much worse, and we are once again beating this dead horse. I'm gonna read the Patreon now. Thank you so much to Mars Rover. Thank you to Crystal Puff, Gavin Astra, Ibolto7, Scarlet, Key, Webster, Simply Lego, Alistair the Hyena, Penstamon, Thawcade, Quaddle, Bogey Bravo, Blue Pack Wolf, Argo, Mighty Halfman, Amberion, Zombie Brains, Loriafia, Landon Yeen, Sycamore, Heartless Hero, Rays, Theo Firefox, Corlean R, Kai Quint, and Steam Pony, and Ankara. And yeah, this was a weirdly deep episode, but it feels like it's been a while since we've had one of those, you know? We've been very
Yeah.
happy-go-lucky this whole time. And sometimes it is nice
This
to just, like, reminisce. Not really reminisce, but, you know, stop and smell the pine trees and remind yourself that you
yeah.
do need to do that.
This podcast was supposed to start off as mostly furry shit, mostly what's going on in the community and drama, of
Furry
course.
TMZ.
Just
We really did kind of start with the furry
well,
TMZ premise.
we were trying to pick and choose between what was because we didn't report on everything.
Yeah, of course.
We definitely vetted the stuff we wanted to talk about. But it very quickly became what's going on in our lives. And yeah, I mean, it's hard. I can't say much. I mean, I randomly had a very powerful, again, like, I don't know, life defining existential day yesterday. Outside of it was also a Monday. Oh my God. All these little things kept happening and pissing me off yesterday. I wanted to throw shit multiple times. It
God.
started off with when I finally got home after doing the DMV, which I wasn't able to get my real ID, but I guess they don't force it on you now. I just got my license renewed, which is fine. And then by the time I got home, I was gonna be a few minutes late for work, which they already knew that was fine. I make, I get Ollie out. He goes potty. I go to make him his breakfast, and I get the bowl completely set up, and I'm about to put it down on the ground. Like I'm going to lean down, and somehow my finger slipped, and I dumped the whole
Oh.
motherfucker, and it's on my carpet. So it's not even easy to sweep up. So that delayed me, no doubt, no joke. By the time I was able to sweep it all up and get it a new bowl made for him, like an extra 6 minutes. I was so mad. I was like, this is dumb. It's like if you've ever done this where you make yourself a nice plate of food and you're walking to go sit and you drop it and that's all you made. It is one of the most devastating things in the world, and you get very upset. And that's how, like, my Monday, I got up at 6 in the morning to get going because we were on the DMV's doorstep at 7:30.
Yeah.
So I got up at 6 so I could leave with my sister at 7 to be there by 7:30. And then that's right before I'm supposed to be clocking into work. and I'm tired, and that happens, and then just like little things throughout the day started happening. I'm like, God damn it.
God.
And then I had a really, really emotional video I watched, and then it was just a day.
There you go.
It's always adoption day. I love you, dog.
Yeah. Woo.
I just woke him up.
All right, gamers.
Now.
We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna head out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. But yeah.
If you're here on Friday and this is the after bark,
hello, yay!
The 31st, no, the 30th is when this would be premiering. So we got one more day of January.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Bye. I would try to get Ollie to speak, but he doesn't speak.
Damn. Maple speaks. Maple's not in here though.
He's such a quiet guy. He's here. I'm petting him. Chat, I'm giving him pets for you.
Aw.
1 year being bumper boy.
Oh my god. All right, bye for real, everybody.
Bye.